Ladies and gentlemen, it's a privilege to stand before you today and speak about a truth that has the power to transform your life. As we step into 2025, I want you to embrace a principle that will shape your future. Focus only on yourself, not others. So many times in life, we get caught up in comparing ourselves to others. It's a natural tendency, but it's also one of the most destructive habits we can fall into. We look at someone else's success, their relationships, their achievements, and start to measure ourselves against them. We think, why don't I have that? Why haven't I accomplished that yet? But here's the truth. Your path is unique. You are not meant to follow someone else's journey, and their story is not your story. The more you compare yourself to others, the more you lose sight of your own purpose and potential. We live in a world that constantly puts us in competition with each other. Social media makes it even harder, constantly showcasing the highlights of other people's lives. It's easy to feel like everyone is doing better, achieving more, or living a more exciting life. But you have to remember that what you see online is only a snapshot, a curated version of reality. The full story is much deeper, and you're only seeing what someone else chooses to show you. Everyone has their own struggles, setbacks, and obstacles they're facing, even if they don't broadcast them to the world. When you constantly measure yourself against someone else's life, you lose sight of your own potential. You were created with specific gifts, talents, and a unique calling that only you can fulfill. No one else has the same combination of strengths, passions, and experiences that you do. When you focus too much on what others are doing, you miss the opportunity to embrace your own journey, your own pace, and your own dreams. Let me remind you of something important. Comparison is a thief. It steals your peace, your joy, and your sense of purpose. It creates doubt and insecurity where confidence and clarity should reside. The more you look around at what everyone else is doing, the more you question your own worth and progress. You begin to measure your life against a standard that was never meant for you. Instead of comparing your journey to someone else's, start focusing on your own growth. Embrace where you are right now and acknowledge the progress you've already made. It doesn't matter where someone else is in their journey. What matters is where you are and where you're headed. You have your own timeline, your own lessons to learn, and your own obstacles to overcome. Take a moment and think about the times when you've made progress. Maybe it wasn't a grand, sweeping achievement, but it was something meaningful to you. Maybe it was a small victory like gaining more confidence, improving your skills, or taking a step toward a goal you've had for a long time. Those moments are just as important as any external success. They're part of your story, and they're leading you to the next chapter. When you compare yourself to others, you're not honoring the uniqueness of your own story. You're not giving yourself credit for how far you've come or the incredible potential you have. It's time to start recognizing your own value and stop measuring it against the standards of others. Your worth is not determined by how you stack up to someone else. Your worth is inherent, given to you by the Creator, and it doesn't fluctuate based on what others are doing or achieving. Focus on what you can do today, not on what others are doing today. The only person you need to compete with is the person you were yesterday. Ask yourself, what can I do today to get closer to my dreams? What steps can I take to improve, grow, and become the person I am meant to be? Start setting goals based on your own desires, your own strengths, and your own vision. When you do that, you'll find that the comparison game doesn't hold the same power over you. The more you focus on yourself, the more you'll be able to identify and cultivate your own strengths. You'll be able to recognize opportunities that align with your goals and make decisions that reflect your values. You'll stop worrying about what others think and start embracing who you are and where you're going. Understand that your life is not a race. There's no deadline or finish line that you have to reach by a certain time. The only thing that matters is the journey you're on. It's about progress, not for perfection. It's about taking small, consistent steps forward and celebrating every win along the way, no matter how small it may seem. Your path is unique. No one else has the same experiences, opportunities, and potential that you do. When you stop comparing yourself to others, you free yourself to be who you are meant to be. You allow yourself to follow your own path at your own pace and achieve success on your own terms. So as you move forward, remember this: stop measuring your journey against someone else's. Focus on your own growth, your own progress, and your own potential. The more you embrace your unique path, the more fulfilled and accomplished you'll feel. So often we find ourselves looking at what others have achieved and feeling like we should be doing the same. We see someone's success, whether it's their career, their relationships, or their personal growth, and we think, I should be there too. I should be doing that. It's easy to fall into the trap of measuring your worth by what others are doing or have accomplished, but I want to remind you today, the goal isn't to compete with others. It's to become the best version of yourself. There's power in focusing on your own growth, your own development, and your own goals. When you compare yourself to others, you lose sight of what truly matters, your personal journey. Everyone's journey is different. What works for one person may not work for you. And what someone else has achieved in their timeline may not be the timeline that you are on. The key to living a fulfilled life is not about competing with others, but about discovering your own strengths and building upon them. Imagine trying to be someone you're not, to achieve things that aren't even in alignment with your own values or purpose. It's like trying to wear shoes that don't fit. They might look good on someone else, but they'll only cause discomfort and frustration for you. True fulfillment comes when you stop looking outside of yourself for validation and start looking within, asking, who am I becoming? What am I passionate about? What are my strengths? What unique contributions can I make? Becoming the best version of yourself means accepting who you are right now and working with what you've been given. It's about understanding that your journey is a series of small, intentional steps toward your own growth. You don't need to compare yourself to others to know you're making progress. Your progress is not determined by someone else's timeline, success, or achievements. It's determined by how committed you are to improving yourself, to learning, and to growing every single day. So many of us waste time looking around at what others are doing, thinking we should be doing the same, when in reality, we need to be focusing on what's right in front of us. Ask yourself, what are the small changes I can make today to become better tomorrow? What can I do right now to make progress on my own goals, to take one step closer to being the person I know I am capable of becoming? The journey of self-improvement is a lifelong one, and there is no finish line where you can say, I've arrived. There will always be room for growth, always new things to learn, and always new challenges to overcome. That's why it's so important to focus on your own journey, to set your own goals, and to measure your own success by your own standards, not by comparing yourself to anyone else. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that success looks a certain way because that's what society or even our friends may tell us. But the truth is, success is a deeply personal experience. It's not about how much money you have, how many followers you've gained, or how impressive your resume looks. Success is about being aligned with your own values, pursuing your own passions, and using your unique talents to make a difference in the world around you. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, you begin to understand your strengths in a new way. You start to see the areas where you can improve, but you also begin to appreciate the skills and gifts that are already within you. Instead of comparing your weaknesses to someone else's strengths, you focus on what you can do with what you have. You work on your goals in your own way, at your own pace, and on your own terms. It's so easy to get discouraged when we feel like we're not where others are, but the truth is that everyone has their own path. Some people may seem like they have everything figured out, but they're simply at a different stage in their journey. You don't know the obstacles they face to get where they are, and you don't know the struggles that lie ahead for them. Comparing yourself to someone else only blinds you to your own path and stops you from appreciating the progress you've made. Remember, your journey is yours alone. The more you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, the more clarity you'll have on your own goals, dreams, and vision. You'll stop wasting energy on measuring yourself against others and start investing that energy into what really matters, your own growth. There's no shortcut to success, and there's no one else who can walk your path for you. Only you can become the best version of yourself, and that is the greatest achievement you can strive for. The more you commit to your own development, the more you'll see that you don't need to compare yourself to anyone. You'll see that your worth is not determined by external measures or the accomplishments of others. Your worth is determined by your own journey, your own effort, and your own commitment to becoming the person you were always meant to be. We often hear the phrase, celebrate others, and while it's a great sentiment, it can be difficult when you feel like you're not where you want to be in life. When you see others succeeding, whether it's getting a promotion, starting a family, or achieving their goals, it can stir up feelings of envy, doubt, or even resentment. But the truth is, celebrating others is not only the right thing to do, it's the key to unlocking more positivity in your own life. It's a choice to rise above negative emotions and be genuinely happy for others, regardless of where you are in your own journey. When we celebrate others, we create an atmosphere of gratitude and positivity, and that energy has the power to multiply in our own lives. It's a mindset shift that opens us up to new possibilities. Instead of being threatened by someone else's success, we can choose to see it as inspiration. If they can do it, why not me? If they've overcome challenges and reached new heights, what can I learn from them to keep going? The first step in truly celebrating others is to shift your focus. It's easy to get caught up in what you haven't achieved yet or how far you feel you still have to go. But remember that life is not a competition. Your path is your own, and their success doesn't take anything away from you. We all have different dreams, timelines, and challenges, and there's enough room for everyone to win. By celebrating others, you affirm that there is abundance in the world. One person's success doesn't mean there's less opportunity for you. Instead of seeing life as a zero-sum game, embrace the idea that there is enough for everyone to thrive. When you genuinely celebrate someone else's achievements, you begin to create a sense of connection. You acknowledge their hard work, their perseverance, and the obstacles they've overcome. It allows you to let go of comparison and to see them not as competitors, but as fellow travelers on the road to success. This connection strengthens your relationships and fosters a sense of community. You realize that you don't have to walk this journey alone. And in fact, the more you lift others up, the more they will lift you up as well. Celebrating others doesn't mean you're diminishing your own achievements. It doesn't mean you're any less focused on your own goals. In fact, when you focus on celebrating the victories of others, you create more room for your own dreams to grow. Positivity attracts positivity. When you cheer someone else on, you send a message to the universe that you are open to receiving the same energy in return. This positive mindset leads to new opportunities, new doors opening, and new connections that can help you along your journey. It's also important to note that celebrating others doesn't require grand gestures. Sometimes a simple congratulations or I'm so happy for you is all it takes to show your support. The small acts of encouragement can mean just as much, if not more, than any extravagant gesture. It's about coming from a place of sincerity, showing that you genuinely care about their success and well-being. It's equally important to celebrate the small victories of those around you, not just the big milestones. Whether someone finished a project they've been working on for months, took a brave step in their personal life, or just got through a difficult week, these moments are worth celebrating too. By celebrating the small wins, you create a culture of encouragement and support, where everyone feels valued and motivated to keep going. As you celebrate others, you'll notice a shift in your own mindset. Instead of feeling jealous or frustrated by someone else's success, you'll find that you're more motivated and inspired to continue working on your own goals. You begin to see that the success of others is not a reflection of what you lack, but a reflection of what is possible. Their success is proof that what you desire is within reach, and that your own journey is unfolding in its own time. When you celebrate others, you also practice gratitude. You start to realize that there's so much to be thankful for in your own life. You appreciate the people around you, the opportunities you have, and the progress you've made. Gratitude is a powerful tool that shifts your perspective. It helps you focus on what you have rather than what you lack. When you celebrate others, you train your mind to see the good in every situation, and that positivity attracts more good things into your life. It's easy to feel discouraged when we look at where others are in life. But remember, your journey is unique. Your time will come. And when it does, you'll want others to celebrate with you just as you've celebrated them. When you cheer others on, you build a community of support, and when you succeed, you'll have a group of people who are genuinely happy to see you achieve your dreams. Celebrate others not only because it's the right thing to do, but because it will help you become a better version of yourself and attract more of the success and positivity that you're seeking in your own life. In life, distractions come in many forms, whether it's the demands of work, the expectations of others, or the constant stream of notifications and messages that pull us in different directions. Staying focused on our goals can often feel like an impossible task. But the truth is, the more you protect your energy and stay focused on what truly matters, the more you'll see your progress, your success, and your peace of mind flourish. Guarding your energy is not just about saying no to distractions, it's about saying yes to the things that align with your purpose and bring you closer to the life you want to create. The first step in guarding your energy is to become aware of what's draining it. So many of us go through life on autopilot, letting the demands of others or our own self-doubt consume our thoughts and act. We get caught up in things that don't serve us, that don't align with our goals, or that don't make us feel alive. And over time, this can take a toll on our mental, emotional, and physical well-being. Protecting your energy means being intentional about where you invest your time and attention. It means recognizing when something or someone is draining you and making the decision to let it go or minimize its impact. One of the biggest energy drains in today's world is the constant comparison to others. We see someone's success, their lifestyle, or their achievements, and we immediately start questioning ourselves. We wonder why we're not where they are or why we don't have what they have. But comparison only steals your energy and confidence. It pulls you away from your own unique path and distracts you from your own goals. When you focus on someone else's journey, you lose sight of the progress you've made and the potential you have within you. Guard your energy by staying focused on your own path, celebrating your own wins, and trusting in the process. Another way we can protect our energy is by being mindful of the people we surround ourselves with. Not everyone you meet will have a positive impact on your life, and not everyone who claims to be a friend will support you the way you need. There are people who intentionally or not drain your energy. They bring negativity, gossip, or drama into your life. And before you know it, you're feeling depleted anxious, or discouraged. It's important to evaluate your relationships and make sure you're surrounding yourself with people who uplift you, encourage you, and inspire you to be your best self. Guard your energy by choosing to spend time with those who align with your values and who bring positivity into your life. In addition to protecting your energy from external sources, it's just as important to be mindful of your internal dialogue. The thoughts you think have a profound impact on your energy and your ability to stay focused. If you're constantly telling yourself that you're not good enough, that you'll never succeed, or that you're falling behind, you're allowing negative thoughts to drain your energy and limit your potential. Guarding your energy means replacing self-doubt with self-encouragement. It means recognizing when negative thoughts arise and choosing to replace them with affirmations that empower you to move forward with confidence. The more you feed yourself positive thoughts, the more energized and focused you'll feel. Setting clear boundaries is another important aspect of guarding your energy. We live in a world where people often demand more of us than we have to give. We're expected to juggle multiple roles, to be available at all times, to constantly be performing at our best. But in order to protect your energy, you must set boundaries that allow you to preserve your well-being. This means saying no to things that don't align with your priorities, even if it's difficult. It means protecting your time, your mental health, and your peace by being assertive about what you're willing to take on and what you're not. Boundaries aren't selfish. They're essential for maintaining the energy you need to achieve your goals and live the life you want. Sometimes distractions come in the form of our own fears and insecurities. We doubt our abilities, question our worth, or become paralyzed by the thought of failure. These fears can drain our energy and keep us stuck in a cycle of self-sabotage. To guard your energy, you have to confront these fears head on. You have to acknowledge them, but then move forward anyway. Recognize that fear is a natural part of the process, but it doesn't have to control you. The more you push through fear, the more you'll realize that it holds no real power over you. When you focus on taking consistent action toward your goals, you'll begin to build momentum, and your fears will become less significant in comparison to your drive and determination. Protecting your energy also means giving yourself permission to rest. In a world that glorifies hustle and constant productivity, it's easy to feel guilty for taking a break. But rest is not a luxury, it's a necessity. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If you want to be your best self and achieve your goals, you must give your body, mind, and spirit the rest they need to recharge. This doesn't mean being lazy. It means being wise enough to recognize that rest is an essential part of maintaining your energy and focus. Taking time to rest and rejuvenate will actually make you more productive, creative, and focused when it's time to get back to work. Ultimately, protecting your energy is about making choices that prioritize your well-being, your goals, and your dreams. It's about being intentional with where you direct your time, attention, and emotions. When you guard your energy, free yourself from distractions and negative influences, allowing you to stay focused on what truly matters. You begin to realize that your energy is precious and you have the power to use it to build the life you want. By protecting your energy, protect your peace, your clarity, and your ability to move forward with purpose. So often we get caught up in the rush of life. We feel as though we have to be somewhere by a certain time, achieve something by a certain age, or meet a specific milestone to prove our worth. We get so focused on the end goal, the finish line, the destination, that we forget the most important part of the journey, the steps we take along the way. One of the most powerful truths you can embrace is that your greatest victories are not just about reaching the final destination, they're about the progress you make every single day. Too many people spend their lives focused only on the big wins, the major accomplishments, and the high points. While those are important, they don't define your worth or success. The real victories come in the small moments, the quiet steps forward, and the consistent effort you put into becoming the person you're meant to be. These victories are often overlooked or dismissed because they don't seem significant in the grand scheme of things. But when you learn to celebrate these small victories, you begin to build momentum, confidence, and resilience that will carry you through the challenges you face. When you focus only on the final outcome, you miss the richness of the process itself. The journey with all its ups and downs is where the real growth happens. It's where you learn lessons, gain wisdom, and discover strengths you didn't know you had. Every small victory, whether it's overcoming a fear, learning a new skill, or simply taking a step forward, adds to the foundation of your success. These moments may not make headlines or draw attention, but they are what shape you into the person capable of achieving your dreams. Think about the times when you've experienced personal growth. It wasn't necessarily the big moments that changed you. It was the small, everyday actions that led you there. Maybe it was the time you showed up for yourself when you didn't feel like it, or the moment you took a risk that paid off. These victories might seem insignificant at the time, but they are the building blocks of your future success. Each small victory is a step closer to the person you're becoming and the life you're creating. One of the most powerful ways to honor your journey is by acknowledging the small victories along the way. This requires a shift in mindset. Instead of constantly focusing on what you don't have or where you're not yet, start celebrating where you are right now. It doesn't matter if you're just beginning or if you've been working toward your goal for years. Every step forward is worth celebrating. Each step, no matter how small, is progress, and progress is always worth acknowledging. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that small victories don't matter. We live in a society that often glorifies instant success and overnight achievements. But real success doesn't happen overnight. It happens in the quiet moments, in the discipline of showing up day after day, and in the persistence to keep going even when things don't look the way we expect. Small victories are the quiet wins that fuel your journey and remind you that you are on the right path. The problem is they tend to measure success by external standards. A promotion, a certain amount of money, a particular title. While those things are valuable, they don't define your worth. The real victories are the internal ones. They are the moments when you push past your fear, when you choose courage over comfort, and when you continue to take action even when you don't see immediate results. These are the victories that make you stronger, wiser, and more capable of handling whatever comes your way. Focusing on small victories also helps you build confidence. The more you celebrate your progress, the more you begin to trust in your ability to succeed. Each small victory is a reminder that you are capable, that you have what it takes to overcome obstacles, and that you are moving closer to your goals every day. When you focus on your wins, no matter how small they seem, you build the momentum that will propel you toward even greater success. It's important to remember that growth is not linear. There will be setbacks, detours, and moments of frustration along the way. But these are just as much a part of the journey as the victories. Every challenge, every detour is a chance to learn, grow, and become stronger. When you learn to see every step both forward and backward as part of the process, you release the pressure to have everything figured out and simply embrace the journey for what it is. The key to long-term success is consistency. It's not about waiting for the big break or the perfect moment. It's about showing up every day, doing the work, and celebrating every small victory along the way. When you make this shift, you begin to see your life differently. You begin to realize that you are constantly winning, even if the world doesn't always recognize it. Your small victories, the ones you make for yourself, are what truly matter. Remember, your journey is unique. It's not about how fast you go or how quickly you reach the finish line. It's about honoring your progress, no matter how small. When you focus on the small victories, you honor the process, you honor your growth, and you honor the person you're becoming. The more you celebrate those victories, the more you'll see that success is not just about the end goal, it's about everything you learn along the way. Too often we think that success comes from taking massive leaps or making dramatic changes. We have this idea that we need to do something huge to make an impact or to achieve our dreams. But the truth is, small, consistent actions often lead to the most powerful transformations in our lives. When we focus on making small improvements each day, we begin to create a momentum that leads to big results over time. The key to long-term success is not in making giant moves, but in doing the small things day in and day out that add up to something extraordinary. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded by the idea of instant success. We see people achieving big things quickly, and we feel like we should be doing the same. Social media showcases the highlights of people's lives, leading us to believe that success should come fast, and when it doesn't, we begin to question ourselves. But real, lasting success is not built overnight. It's not about those big, flashy moments. It's about the daily, consistent actions that you take that slowly build the foundation for your dreams. Small steps are often underestimated. People think that they don't matter in the grand scheme of things, that they're too insignificant to make a difference. But when you consistently show up and put in the work, those small steps begin to compound. Every little action you take, every choice you make leads to progress. And while it may seem like nothing is changing at first, over time the results begin to speak for themselves. Small actions done repeatedly create a powerful ripple effect that propels you toward your goals. Think about the things in your life that you've accomplished. Whether it was building a career, growing a business, or achieving a personal goal, chances are it didn't happen because of one big breakthrough. It happened because of the consistent effort you put in day after day. It was the hours spent learning, improving, and pushing through obstacles that led you to where you are today. Those small, seemingly insignificant actions were the foundation of your success. It was the commitment to doing the work, even when it felt like you weren't getting anywhere, that got you to your destination. The beauty of small actions is that they're manageable. You don't have to overwhelm yourself by thinking about everything at once. When you break things down into smaller, more achievable tasks, you make the process feel less daunting. You can focus on one thing at a time and tackle it full attention and effort. Each small action becomes a stepping stone toward your larger goal. Instead of feeling stressed about the big picture, you can focus on the next step in front of you and trust that it will lead to bigger results. One of the reasons small actions are so powerful is that they help to build habits. Success is a product of the habits we form, and habits are formed through repetition. When you commit to doing something every day, even if it's just for a short time, you create a habit that becomes ingrained in your routine. These habits keep you moving forward, even when motivation is low or when things get difficult. They help you stay on track and ensure that you're consistently working toward your goals. Another reason small steps are crucial is that they help you stay focused on the process rather than obsessing over the outcome. When we focus too much on the end result, we can become discouraged if things don't happen as quickly as we expect. But when we focus on the daily actions, we give ourselves permission to enjoy the journey. Success is not just about reaching the destination, it's about who you become along the way. Every small step you take brings you closer not only to your goals, but to the person you're becoming in the process. Small actions also help you build resilience. When you commit to taking one small step every day, no matter how difficult things get, you build the mental and emotional strength to keep going. You become stronger because you learn to handle setbacks, distractions, and challenges without giving up. Each small victory boosts your confidence and reminds you that you're capable of achieving more than you think. If you want to see long-term results in your life, it's crucial to shift your mindset. Stop waiting for the big dramatic change to happen. Instead, focus on the small actions that you can take today. Ask yourself, what can I do right now that will move me closer to my goal? How can I take one small step today that will have a ripple effect on my future? When you start thinking in terms of small, consistent actions, you'll begin to see how powerful they can be. The key to achieving big dreams is to stop waiting for the perfect moment or the grand gesture. The real magic happens when you focus on doing the little things every day. Those small actions will eventually lead to the big wins. Success is not about the massive changes you make in an instant, but about the daily steps you take to improve, grow, and push yourself closer to your goals. Every small action you take is a step in the right direction. And with enough of those steps, you'll look back one day and realize just how far you've come. In conclusion, as we step into 2025, it's crucial to remember that your journey is unique and valuable, and that focusing on yourself, not comparing your progress to others, is the key to true fulfillment and success. When you focus on your own path, celebrate the small victories, guard your energy, and take consistent, intentional actions every day, you'll build a foundation that will carry you to the goals you're striving for. Don't get discouraged by the distractions or the noise around you. Trust in your process, believe in the power of your efforts, and know that each step you take brings you closer to the life you want to create. Focus on what matters most, your growth, your dreams, and your purpose, and let this year be one where you stay centered on the progress you're making, not the pace at which others are moving. The real magic of life happens when you focus solely on yourself and let your own light shine. Keep going, stay focused, and watch as your dreams unfold in ways you never imagined.